Aloha everybody, I hope you're having a fabulous day. I'm going to try not to be too awkward in these videos like my daughter thinks I am, but I'm just being me, so if I stutter or I seem to flip around or whatever like that, that's just me. So bear with me, I'm just trying to be real here. So, but today I want to talk to you about hair, more particularly my hair. So when I was born, I was like a white towhead. I was totally white. My mom used to actually call me when I was little the American flag because in the summer I had a red face, blue eyes, and white hair. And it's always been blonde my whole life. I never had to dye it, and it was always really blonde, not just kind of like the dirty blonde or anything. I was always really blonde. And I lived in Hawaii, so of course the sun always kept it blonde too. Like I went to BYU Hawaii for college. So it wasn't until after I had my second child, Dylan, that I actually started to see some roots in my hair develop, like where it started to get a little bit dark. And I would flip out because I'm like, what the heck is going on? And those were really rough days. And I actually had postpartum depression at the time. I didn't know it, but I was quite depressed because we were living in Utah, which I was depressed about. I was fat because it was my second child in 12 months. And I was white. And then all of a sudden I started getting roots, but I didn't know I had postpartum depression at the time either, so I will go back to that sometime. But those are dark days for me. But I was also like, what is going on with my hair? And I would complain about it. And so I finally started to get it colored. But it wasn't until that I actually professionally had it colored until after Ariana was born, another year and a half later, because they were just really close. Like Darnell and Dylan are 12 months apart. Dylan and Ariana are like 17 months apart. And it wasn't planned that way. I'll tell you about that sometime. But anyways, and so a friend of mine who has red hair and does her own hair said she could help me. And I was like, oh, I really want some maybe little red highlights in it or something, because I've always had a natural undertone. Even though I've been really blonde my whole life, I've always had this like darker undertone because I have a lot of redheads in my family, and it's been like a kind of a reddish color. And my sister used to call me, she's older than me, used to call me one of those like Topsy dolls where you could flip their head over. Unless you're older, you wouldn't know this. And their hair is a different color on the other side, because my hair was literally like a different color. And so you can see how like dark it is underneath right there compared to the top. But of course I color my hair now. But anyways, and so she said she could do red in my hair, and she did, and it turned out hot pink. I had hot pink stripes, and my hair was really long. It was like way down to here as I just had a baby. And I remember like crying, and Fa was at work and he came home and he was laughing so hard because he's just mean like that. So the next day she came back to color it for me, and it was like put some more color over it to fix it because she said she could, and it was like some brown into it, and it was even worse. Oh my gosh, it was horrible. I was dying. I'd never colored my hair before, and my beautiful blonde hair was like ruined. And so then I got in touch with one of my friends, Rachel Miner, who used to work at the haircut store when I went to BYU Hawaii, and she did hair, and she had her own salon, and she lived up in Layton. And so I got in touch with her, and I went up there to have it professionally done, and then she dyed it back to me blonde. So I had it dyed 3 times in one day, and it was horrible. And I ended up having to get it like cut up all the way up to here. And it was really sad. Actually, I just had a baby, and somebody at the gas station was talking about the local kids at the high school, and I was like, oh, you guys go to the high school? Because that was the high school I went to when I was back home a few days later. And they're like, yeah, who's your kid at the high school? And I was like, what the heck? I'm 25. Like, do I look like I'm old enough to have a kid in high school? I was like, oh my gosh, I have a mom's cut and all that stuff. But anyways, that was my first experience. But ever since then, I've had to because your hair does change when you have children, and so I've had to like color my hair and do some roots and stuff, do my roots, because it's still dark. And it's funny because wherever I go to get it colored, whenever I go to get it colored in the past, people will say, like the beauticians, the cosmetologists will say, your hair, your roots aren't even that bad, like your roots are still so blonde. But to me, it's dark, and it's just really strange seeing it. And so yes, I do get it taken care of, and one of my very best friends does it, Jen. She is amazing. Jen McMullen. She's totally amazing. I started working with her at Discover Card after Ariana was born like 17 years ago, and we've been really good friends ever since. Even when I moved to Hawaii and back, and she does my hair and she does my lashes, and she's amazing. And I'm going to see her tomorrow. And yes, I do get my lashes done from her because I have really blonde eyelashes, and so if I don't wear mascara, which I actually really hate to put on makeup, but I am going out today, and most of the time I actually don't even care, but I thought I would put on some lipstick lipstick today just because we're talking about my face and stuff. So I do have a little bit of this 24-hour lip gloss on, or lipstick on, but I don't like to do anything. I don't even usually wear foundation because I don't even care anymore. I'm 43, I don't even care. Well, actually I'm not 43, I'll be 43 on Valentine's Day. I'm at the point I don't even care. I'm so done, and I'm just tired of trying to look skinny, which I don't ever, and look young, which I don't anyways. So but anyways, yeah, so I've got wrinkles and all that stuff, but I look even older if I don't have on mascara, and I hate to wear mascara because it smears and all that stuff, and I rub my eyes a lot. So the best thing to do is to get on lashes. And so you can see I need a fill. It's been like almost a month, but they still look really good. And everywhere I go, I get compliments on them, even from friends who have their eyelashes done. Even one time I was on a cruise and I had a couple different people come up to me and ask me where I got my lashes done, even though we were on a cruise and they wouldn't have known. We were in different states. Because they had lashes and theirs didn't look anywhere near as good as mine, and I'd had mine on longer than they'd had theirs on. So, but I love Jen, and she's doing them tomorrow, so it's great. But I love them. I just have to get up after I shower and stuff in the mornings, wash my face, and I just have to comb them down like this. So, or comb them up like this. Sorry, I'm looking, and you can see where they're, and your eyelashes naturally shed. And so that's why you have to get them filled like every 3 to 4 weeks. Get them filled because they'll naturally shed. And so that's the thing. It's great. I love them. It's like the best invention ever. And it's time to, every like couple months, we'll dye my lashes. So like next time, like tomorrow when I get it done, we're going to dye my lashes. So my underneath right there will be dark for just a little while. And I love that. But it helps so that you don't see such a difference with the blonde, even on the lash parts, if you can kind of see. I don't know if you can, but whatever. Anyways, but what I wanted to talk to you about was one important thing that I've learned over the years by being good friends with Jen, is that it is really bad for your hair to wash it all the time, especially every day. Every other day is better, but even if you can do it like every 2 days is better than that. And like a lot of the times it's like, what? Then my hair starts looking gross and grimy and greasy and yucky and whatever. And like, I don't want to do that because I look gross. And me, I always was like, pull my hair back in a ponytail every day. Like I always have my trusty little elastic band around my wrist for the most part, you know, and so I usually will just pull my hair up like this. And this is one of the reasons why I cut bangs like 8 months ago or something, was for one, and they need to be trimmed as it covers my forehead lines. See my lovely forehead lines? It covers them. So anyways, but I need to get them trimmed, but at least I have some kind of look to myself if I have my hair pulled back, which I do all the time because for some reason it drives me crazy around my neck. So you think, why cut it? But it still drives me crazy because it goes back and forth. But it looks really gross and grimy. And actually today's Tuesday and I am getting them done. I actually haven't washed my hair since Saturday. Now I want to show you, I'm really lucky, but I am getting some gray hair, which is normal at my age. But I'm lucky that I'm a blonde. You can't really see it. I mean, you can see some of it, and that is a blessing of being a blonde and a redhead too, is you just don't really see the gray. So you can see some, but see how my roots are getting right there. You can see them. And anyways, but the best invention that they have for this problem of not washing your hair every day but still looking great and smelling great, Jen introduced me to, is called dry shampoo. I thought dry shampoo was just for people who were camping and like your hair was really dirty, but I don't know why I never thought about using it. But I bought some dry shampoo from Jen, and this stuff is called, it's like a mica or whatever, perks up. And I love it. I love the smell. And so she said, like, you don't spray it all over your hair, just shake it, and then you just take parts of your hair and divide it. So, you know, you can take a little comb or whatever. You don't have to. Just take your fingers and just shake and just shake it, and then just spray right here on the roots and just kind of lift a little bit, and you lift a little bit. And because I'm doing my bangs a little bit, so each part of my hair is being seen, at least the top parts, right? So you can kind of get around that part or spray around it or whatever. And then when you're done, it smells fabulous. I don't know how other dry shampoo smells, but this Amica Perks Up dry shampoo smells so good. So then I'm just gonna get my hair, and if you just, my brush, sorry, and if you just brush your hair like that, starting from where it was, then it takes it through the rest of your hair. Now, of course, if your hair is like dirty, you're gonna wanna wash it, right? But there's nothing worse than like having hair that looks greasy and then it smells greasy. But this stuff just combs it through the roots. And so, of course, if you're gonna have your hair down too, you wanna make sure you do up here a little bit where it is. And then, and I actually did my hair on, well, I washed it on Saturday and I let it air dry. And then I did it, got up early for church on Sunday and curled it. And so this is like 3 days later, whatever the little curl or body wave that's left in it. But, and then I just kind of whatever my hair, and now it looks clean and it smells clean. So I'm just looking in the camera at it, but it looks clean and it smells clean and it feels so much better, and it's not really heavy. But I'm going tomorrow to get my hair done, so Jen will obviously wash it tomorrow, and then I can go how many more days afterwards, because for some reason, I don't know why, but cosmetologists, whenever they do your hair, they do such a great job at it that everybody, you just can never do it as good as them for some reason. I don't know why, and it just always looks fabulous, and no matter if they show you 100 times how to curl or how to whatever, you still can never do it as good. So, but I'm excited to get it done, and I will show you tomorrow how it looks when I get my lashes filled and the bottoms dyed, the bangs trimmed, and my hair. I'm actually thinking about getting some layers, and I haven't done that in a while. I'm trying to grow it out. My hair is really quite long right now. So your hair, it can change all the time. It's just crazy. It's hair. Thank goodness for coloring of it and whatever. But at this point, it doesn't care, because the best thing is, this is what I have always heard, is you get up in the morning, try to look the best you can, and then go out the door and forget about yourself. So I encourage you to do that. It's easier said than done to forget about what you look like, but do your best to get ready and then go out and forget about yourself and serve others. So have a great day. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.